Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. My name is Roland and now I'm at a food center for my dinner. When I first found out that I have type 2 diabetes, I was a little bit shocked but not totally surprised because diabetes runs in my family. I'm more concerned about the implication that will arise from this chronic illness. I knew that I have to give up some food or cut down on some sugary food that I always enjoy like chendol, etc. And also on my social outings too. As I started living with diabetes, I realized that it's not that difficult with all the support given to me by my family, friends, and of course our government. I just need to be smart about my food choices, and with that I can still function normally. Alright, come with me now and see how I make my food choices when I'm eating out. Normally when I order my food, I like to look for the logo from the health promotion board, which is this: lower in calories, healthier choice. So I have this. 老板，我要一个板面汤的。板面汤吃啊？吃的，对。谢谢你。Coping with diabetes is not difficult at all. You just need to make minor adjustments and of course healthier choices. In this video, I'll show you 3 recipes using Glucerna as a meal replacement for your breakfast. Keep watching on. In the meantime, I will eat. Today I'll be sharing with you 3 recipes using Glucerna Triple Care powder, which you can actually use for your breakfast. You can use Glucerna Triple Care as a healthy alternative to your unhealthy meal or snack. And when you use this as part of your diabetes management program, this can also help support weight management too. My wife Jamie came up with these recipes using Glucerna for me as breakfast. Instead of eating egg prata and plain prata with yellow dal gravy and a cup of teh tarik, consider going for this pineapple and green apple lassi. It's so delicious and extremely easy to make. Let me show you how to make it. We will need 125 grams of fresh pineapple, 2 whole green apples, this approximately 240 grams. We will also need 200 grams of low-fat plain yogurt with no added sugar, as well as 5 level scoops of Glucerna Triple Care powder. So let's start by extracting the juice from the fruits first. I poured the juice in the blender and now we'll put the rest of the ingredients in. The Glucerna Triple Care powder, the low-fat plain yogurt which is unsweetened. This drink is very good because it contains probiotics which is excellent for your gut. And of course, green apple, pineapple, they are overall very healthy for you too, with a lot of vitamin C. And we also add in 150 grams of ice. Now we're going to blend everything together. Okay, this is done now. Other than sugary food, reduce your intake of food with a high glycemic index or GI. Foods such as potatoes, white bread, and short grain rice have high GI compared to soy products, grainy bread, and fruits. In this recipe, we show you how to make hotcakes with creamy vanilla sauce. We have switched out some all-purpose flour with whole wheat flour to make this healthier for you. Make this as breakfast instead of taking mi jian gui with peanut and coconut filling and a cup of tea. Now let me show you how to make these delicious hotcakes. Now we're going to make the batter for the hotcakes. In a large mixing bowl, adding 2 eggs. We're going to whisk the egg until they are frothy. So let's start to do that now. This is about done. Now I'm going to mix in 45 grams of Glucerna Triple Care powder with 70 milliliter of water. Room temperature water will be fine. You just pour it in. Mix them up well. And I'll pour this into the egg mixture. Now we'll mix this together. Just for a while will be fine. Now I'll add in the various flour. Now into this mixture I'm going to sieve in 10 grams of wheat flour, 40 grams of all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, as well as 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Just sieve it in. Using a spatula, mix everything up together. Try not to over mix, otherwise your hotcakes will be too tough. So just mix them up until you cannot see the flour. When this is done, we'll leave this in the fridge for at least 20 minutes before we fry them into hotcakes. I'll see you back in a while. We're going to cook our hotcakes now. Heat up a non-stick pan using low heat, like what I'm doing over here. So I'm not adding any oil inside here. Take your batter, mix it up a little bit. Take one whole full scoop, and we'll pour this onto our pan. Using a spatula, just slowly scrape the batter down. Move the batter around so that your pancake will be even in shape. To know when to turn, you look out for bubbles and the surface will actually set to become a sort of more solid surface so that you can actually turn it over to the other side. Always remember to use low heat on this. Using a spatula, just run off the edge. Check the color behind, look at how beautiful it is. We'll now try to flip this over. Beautiful. Don't cook for too long, we want this to be moist and soft. Once this is done, we'll remove this from heat and continue to cook the second piece. I've already assembled the hotcakes. Look at this, how beautiful this look. I'm now going to make the creamy vanilla sauce. I'm using 10 ml of water with around 7 to 8 grams of the Glucerna triple care powder. Put them in and mix them up well. If you were to notice the recipe for my hotcakes, I've actually reduced the amount of all-purpose flour with wheat flour, and because I'm diabetic, so I don't want to take too much of a refined product. And if you were to use all pure wheat flour, the hotcakes will not be fluffy enough. That's why I use a combination of them both. So now our vanilla cream is done. Let's enjoy our hotcake for breakfast now. The last recipe I'm going to show you is this pandan milk with red beans. You can take this as breakfast to substitute your white bread with kaya butter spread and milk with eggs. This is very delicious and super easy to prepare. Boil a pot of water. We are going to boil the kidney beans now. This is 30 grams of kidney beans which I soak for approximately 8 hours or so. So just put it into the water and let them boil for at least 30 minutes or until soft. I am using medium heat for this. I'll see you back in a while. Now we will do the next step for the pandan milk with kidney beans. You need to extract the juice from pandan leaves. 4 grams of pandan leaves cut into small pieces like this. Put them in your blender and also add in 25 ml of water. You need to pulverize this. So this is done. We'll strain this now. So now we just strain the pandan extract. It's so fragrant. And use a teaspoon just to press it down and extract as much of the juice as you can. Okay, so once this is done, I'll show you the next step. We will now prepare the Glucerna mixture. 5 scoops to 200 ml of water. Mix it up well. And now we assemble the whole drink. Now I'm going to assemble everything into a drink. In this glass I have 30 grams of the red kidney beans or kidney beans, followed by 100 grams of crushed ice. I will pour in my Glucerna liquid now, or mixture. This is going to be so good. Next, I'm just going to add in my pandan extract. This drink is extremely easy to make and you can make it on the go. And it's very, very healthy too. And now it's done, let's enjoy it. There you have it. I hope you like the 3 recipes that I've created with Glucerna triple care powder. If you are suffering from type 2 diabetes or you have family members that are suffering from type 2 diabetes, Glucerna is the ideal meal replacement for you.